On today's show, one of the most popular ways that you listen to music, well, it could be a serious health risk. I'll tell you what some scientists are saying about your wireless devices and getting cancer. And the next time you go for a job interview, it might not be the hiring manager you have to impress or even a person. Recruiters in Sweden have come up with a way to conduct non-biased interviews using this creepy AI-infested head. Plus, what do you do when your dad says, you cannot have any more candy? Well, you start your own $1 million online business. We'll speak with a 13-year-old girl whose sweet idea made her the youngest person to land the cover of Entrepreneur magazine. And finally, are you missing important emails because they're marked as spam? Annoying. Well, in today's digital life hack tip, I'll tell you how to never miss another important email. All this and more digital know-how, and of course your phone calls, here on Komando. Are you ready for 5G? Let me tell you, it's crazy fast, 100 times faster than 4G. You can download an entire movie, get this, in about 6 seconds. Well, on April 11th, Verizon is going to flip the switch in Chicago, Minneapolis, but don't get too excited. There are a lot of hoops to jump through. For starters, 5G coverage will be pretty patchy. Next, it's going to cost you an extra $10 a month. But here's the most important part. 5G means nothing if you don't have a phone that can use it. And no, your iPhone, it's not on the list. Verizon 5G will work with an OK Motorola phone and a whiz-bang Samsung Galaxy S10 in a few months. And Verizon says they're going to expand their 5G service to about 30 cities by the end of this year. AT&T launched 5G in 12 cities last December, but there's no phone that works with it. Sprint is supposed to turn their 5G service on in about 4 cities, and then there's T-Mobile. They're delaying their 5G rollout until sometime in the second half of this year. So buckle up. 5G, when it gets here, we have all the phones, will let ads and phone updates eat through your limited data plan in just mere minutes. All right, decades ago, people thought smoking cigarettes was not only cool, but it was also safe. I'll even tell you, even doctors had their favorites. Take a look at this clip from a 1949 advertisement.
Yes, according to this repeated nationwide survey, more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette.
All right, today, most agencies around the world say that your phone is safe, and they're not even worried about the upcoming 5G mobile networks. But some scientists have now turned their focus to another type of wireless device. I'm talking about the Apple AirPods. About 250 scientists from over 40 countries, they signed a petition and handed it over to the United Nations and the World Health Organization, saying that AirPods might pose cancer risks. All right, just like phones, they emit EMF radiation that's used in cellular data, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth. Now, here's where the new concern comes in. AirPods, right, they hang out in your ear canal close to your brain. And although AirPods radio waves are within the legal limits, scientists say the guidelines are just way too lax. So when it comes to wireless devices, not just your AirPods, until we know for sure, I recommend never keeping your phone up to your head for hours at a time. And men, keep the phone out of your front pockets. Ladies, never put it in your sports bra. Use the speakerphone whenever you can to make a call. And as far as AirPods go, we just don't know what, if any, the health risks are. And until we do, use them in moderation and don't give them to the kids. And while we're on the topic of AirPods, I'm not sure what kind of music Abraham Lincoln was into, but imagine what he would look like wearing AirPods. Well, how about Vincent van Gogh? Let's add the tech, but keep it historically accurate, because unlike most of us who are totally bummed out when we lose one AirPod, that would be me, and Van Gogh would be golden. He only needs one AirPod. And take a look at these famous works of art. It's all part of a meme challenge that started on Twitter, of course. They just asked for people to Photoshop Apple's AirPods on famous works of art. Now, originally, the folks behind it, they just did it for fun. But after they got this big response, they decided to make it an honest-to-goodness real contest. They picked the 5 that they liked the best and donated $500 in the winners' names to the Brooklyn Arts Council. No real works of art were damaged in this challenge. And finally, a viral meme challenge I can totally get behind. Now, let's talk about targeted ads. They follow you online wherever you go. Some even follow you around in real life. Sometimes it seems like your only escape is to turn on the television. Sorry, those days are numbered. Vizio is working on a new industry standard that allows smart TVs to serve you targeted ads. And don't assume you can avoid them simply by not buying a Vizio TV, because they're partnering with other companies like AT&T and networks like CBS and NBC Universal. Their wording is that they hope the standard will be used by both TV programmers and platforms. So it's not going to stop with smart TVs. It'll be on your streaming services, too. Vizio is the second largest TV manufacturer in the United States, and they're planning to put this in their upcoming models. Maybe you don't mind someone knowing everything you watch. I get that. Maybe you've given up on this whole idea of having privacy. If not, check out Komando.com to find out which TVs are collecting the data and how to stop your TV from collecting yours. And with all the things continuing to becoming connected, don't be surprised to see targeted ads eventually hitting everything from, say, your toaster to your car. And speaking of your car, it's really just a big computer on four wheels. And there's no shortage of tech that can watch or track you. And the next thing that monitors your every move, well, it's going to be your car. That's right. New technology is currently being developed that will keep track of pretty much everything you do while you're in your car and anyone who's with you. If you think that tech can ID you and your family members, you're right. Medical-grade tech that'll keep track of your heart rate and respiration, along with other health conditions, too. Tech that even knows your pets. All right, multiple companies are working on things like this, even well-known firms like Texas Instruments, using not only cameras, but lasers and radar. Got to be thorough, right? And it doesn't take much radar to take extremely detailed measurements. So you better not gain any weight, or that goes into your online profile too, and sold to who knows who. And what about those flying cars, the things we've been totally dreaming about? In a few years, these will probably be the leading cause of death of those rich Ivy League school graduates on their way to a game. You know, I really think that every single person has at least one question about something digital that we can lend a hand to. And that's why your phone calls are a big part of the national Kim Komando Show radio show, which, by the way, if you're not getting it, you ought to check the map over at Komando.com, because we're on over 400 stations from coast to coast and around the globe on 177 different countries and every ship at sea. I love that on American Forces Network Radio. And taking your calls week after week, we have, of course, Andrew Babinski, and he is in the official Kim Komando Show man cave, as we like to say. And Andrew, yes, it looks like we probably did some wardrobe planning. Did you notice the color that we are totally matching?
I am so sorry. I should never try to upstage you. I mean, obviously I look better, but...
Well, I think that next time you should wear the dress.
All right.
And I should wear the shirt.
Only if you help me zip it up. Did you
Nice.
see, you know those ride-sharing scooters?
Oh, yes.
Like
Have you ever tried them?
No, of course not. No. And I hate the fact you can just drop them wherever you want, in the middle of an intersection.
I know, it's so annoying.
Just set it down and walk away. Well, they did some studies on the accidents that have happened with those.
No.
98% of the people who have been in an accident on one of those ride-sharing scooters were not wearing a helmet.
Oh my gosh, what a shocker.
And 50%, almost 50%, were actually drunk. The other half, really drunk. I mean, wasted.
All right, you want to stay right where you are, because coming up, we're going to take all of your phone calls next here on Komando.
Welcome to New York.
Welcome to Las Vegas.
Welcome to Paris.
Welcome to your paradise.
Business or pleasure, One Flight International is connecting the world with Book a Jet, the badge. When time matters, just badge it. Simply enter your itinerary, select from over 4,000 private planes, browse interior photos, select, and pay. Whether you're traveling alone or with business associates or a romantic getaway, badge it on a luxurious private jet. What's your time worth? Badge it.
If you want to hire the right fit, post your job to the right place. Indeed works to simplify your hiring process. We give you access to a large pool of talent and provide tools that help you filter candidates for the specific skills and experience you're looking for. It's no wonder more than 3 million businesses worldwide use Indeed for hiring. Increase your visibility to great candidates with a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting at Indeed.com/TV2.
If you or a loved one were exposed to Roundup weed killer and were later diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. Glyphosate, the primary ingredient in Roundup weed killer, was recently designated a probable human carcinogen by the World Health Organization. Call right now.
Call 800-866-0053. That's 800-866-0053.
You can Google anything, but you can't Google my trusted advice. And visit my website over at komando.com anytime you need a hand, because after all, I'm right there for you.
We have Kitty. She is in Shoreview, Minnesota.
Shoreview, where is Shoreview, Minnesota?
Right near the shore.
Excellent.
And it's got a good view. She is an eBay seller. She purchased 1,000 teddy bears.
Wow.
And decided to resell them on eBay.
Okay.
And she sold about 700, and she's doing good. So she's thinking about getting some more. And she was encouraged to get a website to connect that to her eBay store.
Well, that seems to be, you know what, a lot of people, it's like to prove legitimacy.
Okay.
That you have that.
Now she's being bombarded with people wanting her to pay them to get traffic to her website.
How much do they want to charge her?
I didn't get into the nitty-gritty. I'll let you handle that.
Well, I'm just thinking, I mean, if they're going to charge her like $5,000, we could do it for like $4,500. I mean,
always cutting a deal.
I mean, I'm just
stay strong, Kitty. Stay strong.
So, Kitty, 700 teddy bears. That's awesome.
Yeah, in 11 months, I thought it was, and I would be happy to just keep working on eBay. But if it wasn't prohibitively expensive, I'd be willing to pay for promotion. I don't know what it costs, and I don't know what would be reasonable.
And so, what makes your teddy bears unique?
They're not toys. They're they're collectibles. So one particular brand, and then started looking for companies that would allow me to be what's called a stockist. So I was accepted by 3 different companies. So now, but they all required that I have my own website in addition to eBay. And like you said, lend it legitimacy. I don't know why, but I was willing to do that.
Well, in order to get your own website, the good news is that it's probably about $20 a month. Just make sure you have contact and about, and there are ways that you can have Google. You want to make sure that they analyze your website and they put their robot text file in there, and so that this way it becomes part of the Google search. Okay. Mm-hmm. If you made this website through, let's say, Wix, GoDaddy, Squarespace, one of the big providers, it's already done for you. Plus, it's automatically done as far as it being mobile ready. So you've got a lot of good things. Just make sure that if you change the template too much, that you keep certain things in, like about us and contact us and things. So the whole idea is, how do I get traffic to my website? Well, long time coming is that we've always said that if you can have legitimate contacts back to your website, that will increase your ranking over on Google. So instead of being on the second or third page of a Google search results, which, let's face it, nobody ever goes to. Have you ever gone to the second page?
No.
Nobody does. And so you want to get on the first page. You want to be towards the top because that's where everybody goes. Let's say you write an article for Entrepreneur Magazine because you're an entrepreneur. Okay. Mm-hmm. And you pitch them on 5 things that I've learned the first year selling on eBay that I wish I knew sooner. Okay. Now, that whole title that I just gave you is total clickbait, isn't it? Okay.
You bet.
Okay, but people will read it. I'd like to know what you know, and then maybe you'd set up an FAQ.
Yes.
And so that this way, anybody has any questions, they probably have these other questions.
First.
Yeah. And that's something you could put on your website. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, Google will start seeing eBay keep linking back to your website, a legitimate site clicking back to your website, and now your rankings will go up a little bit more. Okay. You place that article on Entrepreneur Magazine, their website, now all of a sudden entrepreneurs linking back to your site. Because
wow.
What you want to do is you're not going to charge Entrepreneur for this article.
Right.
Because what you're going to ask for is, I'd like at least, if you can get it, I'm going to tell you, you can at least 5 links back to your website, you're golden.
Mm-hmm.
If they come back to you and say, yeah, we'll publish your article, but only 2 links, tell them that you want the 2 links above the fold. What that means is right at the very top, the first or second paragraph, because after that, people don't really click any links. Okay. So
2 links above the fold.
Right. So in order for you to start doing search engine optimization for yourself, is that it requires almost you being a little bit of your own PR machine. One other thing I'll leave you with: make sure that when you have your own website, you also have your own email newsletter.
Okay.
So that this way, when you are running specials, you're running deals, you have a brand new shipment of a particular teddy bear, you have a limited exclusive supply. The easiest people to sell are the people who have already bought from you.
Right.
It's always harder to find a new customer. So with email marketing, even if you send out an email newsletter once a month, you still have your name, your brand right in front of them. So the next time that they want to buy a teddy bear, guess what? They're going to say, I'm going to Kitty because she took care of me. Thank you so much for your call. Are you tired of getting colds and sinus infections or coughs that just take months to cure? Well, you could be getting sick from the air in your home. The air in our homes is up to 5 times more polluted than the outdoors. We're constantly breathing in mold, bacteria, viruses, and airborne chemicals. So I got a Molecule. Molecule isn't like the air purifiers you're used to. It uses nanotechnology that actually destroys mold, bacteria, viruses, and chemicals in your home. The current HEPA air filter technology was invented in World War II, and it just can't trap microscopic pollutants. Molecule does. Imagine the last time you visited a forest. Remember breathing in that crisp, clean, pristine air. Well, that's how folks describe Molecule. Try Molecule for 60 days, and if you're not allergy symptom-free, if you don't sleep better, if you don't just love it, return it. It's that simple. Visit getmolecule.com and get $75 off with promo code KIMTV. That's spelled MOLEKULE. Again, visit getmolecule.com and be sure to use promo code KIMTV. Let's see, Bill in Raleigh, North Carolina. Hi there, Bill.
Hello. Thanks for taking my call. I have a subscription to a well-known computer security program, and part of that service is cyber monitoring. But to get this service, you have to give them their social security number, your credit card, your bank account, driver's license, the medical ID, etc. Is this a good idea?
Do they ask for your shoe size?
They do not, but they get international bank account, medical ID, passport.
Oh my gosh! That does make you very nervous, doesn't it? I mean, it would make me nervous.
It really does. Yeah. It's a nationally known company.
Well, sure, but here's the deal. I mean,
okay,
who's the company?
McAfee.
Okay, so McAfee, and so what they're doing is they're trying to get into the identity theft monitoring business, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
And so that this way they can make more money off of you.
Okay.
And so in order for you to go into their monitoring system is that they're asking you for a lot of information that, quite frankly, I don't blame you for not feeling comfortable to give them. Okay. Because they're asking for your passport number. If they're monitoring your ID, you think they would already have access to that, just saying. I could see how they would ask for your Social Security number. I don't know why they would need your bank account numbers unless you're going to be letting them debit your account every week. Or every month, rather.
And of course, I've not entered into this program, so I'm not sure.
Yeah,
just the numbers of accounts.
Yeah, they probably have different levels of membership, depending upon how many different things that you want them to monitor and to keep track of for you. But that would definitely raise some red flags for me if somebody wanted me to give all this information, because what exactly are they going to be using it for? Because think about now they not only have everything about you, they know you're putting something into a form that I hope is secure online. With McAfee, it's a great company. They have a great reputation, but still, I think you're wise to question the authenticity and why you should actually be giving this stuff out if all you're looking for is internet security software, not necessarily credit or monitoring or any type of other software or service that you might be paying for down the line, because that is a heck of a lot of information to be giving out just to get some internet security or credit monitoring software or crazy stuff like that. Thank you so much for your call. Andrew and I play a high-stakes game of brand new or not true. And let's see if our contestant can tell us which tech product is real and which ones are fake here on Komando. Like many other companies, we create a lot of data, and all that data needs to be stored somewhere safe. It was starting to get pretty expensive, and then we discovered Wasabi Hot Cloud Storage. It's so affordable, it blows away all other forms of cloud storage. Less than just the annual maintenance cost of on-site storage. Wasabi is at least 80% less expensive than Amazon S3, with no charges for API requests. Wasabi's lightning fast. On average, it's 6 times faster than Amazon S3. When we need to retrieve a show from storage, it's almost instant. Unlike other companies, they don't charge me to get my own data. We don't have to guess what we'll be spending on storage each year. Because it's so fast and cheap, they have just one tier of service. Compare that to Amazon's S3, which you need a PhD in cloud storage to figure out what tiers to use and when. Wasabi's been a game changer for us. You can learn more and even try it for free at wasabi.com.
Attention diabetics. If you or a loved one took Invokana, Jardiance, or any other SGLT2 inhibitor drug and were later diagnosed with Fournier's gangrene of the genitals, call right now. You may be owed significant compensation from the manufacturer. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. Call right now.
Call 800-664-4540. That's 800-664-4540.
Welcome to New York.
Welcome to Las Vegas.
Welcome to Paris. Welcome to your paradise.
Business or pleasure, One Flight International is connecting the world with Book a Jet, the badge. When time matters, just badge it. Simply enter your itinerary, select from over 4,000 private planes, browse interior photos, select, and pay. Whether you're traveling alone, or with business associates, or a romantic getaway, badge it on a luxurious private jet. What's your time worth? Badge it.
All right, if you like our TV show, let me tell you, you're going to love our radio show and get all 3 hours on your time, on your schedule. Just head over to getkim.com. It's time now for America's national radio game show sensation, where you can play along at home with our special guest contestants. Now, when playing Brand New or Not True, we present you, the home viewer, the home listener, with 3 products, sites, or ideas. And it's up to you to decide which one of the 3 is brand new, 1 is real, 2 are fake. And let me introduce this week's guest celebrity contestant and victim, Manny Garcia.
Hello.
Now, Manny looks like he's the leading member of a boy band.
Yeah, he definitely just got off a One Direction tour bus.
Okay, but he's the best contestant that we could find at late notice. Yeah. He's one of our cameramen.
Yes, hey.
That's perfect.
It's a great job. He was available.
Now, Manny, so Andrew's going to read you, and he's going to talk about the 3 products.
Okay.
Now, you have to decide which one is true.
Okay.
Now, if you do get the correct answer, okay, your prize...
$10,000!
Better than that.
Oh.
My voice on your voicemail.
Wow!
Yes!
That is better than $10,000.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that is actually pretty awesome.
She charges $15 online, so you're getting a discount.
Yes. So, Andrew.
Yes.
Product number 1.
Product number 1 is Poosh.com.
Wait, I'm sorry. Poosh.com?
Correct. It's from the Kardashian company.
Yeah.
Kylie Jenner made news. She's a Kardashian. She made news by being one of the youngest female billionaires ever. So sister Kourtney wants to add her name to the billionaire list. So she's launching a new website called Poosh.com.
Poosh.
Now, what is Poosh? Nobody knows.
Yeah, what is...
Nobody knows. Is it a clothing line?
Is it lipstick or
an energy drink? The sound a unicorn makes when it passes gas?
That's about right.
No one knows. But it's already famous.
I'd like to interrupt you for just a second.
You may.
Only because if you're playing at home, you are not allowed to Google anything.
Product number 2 is the Bolo Y tie from Hampton Ties. Bolo ties, they're pretty big in the Southwest, but I don't know if the rest of the country knows what they are. The definition is it's a cord tie that has an ornament in the middle, and that ornament fastens to your neck by securing the cord. With the Bolo Y tie, that ornament is actually a cellular and Wi-Fi booster.
Ooh.
Okay.
So you're walking around and you're a human booster. And it's not just the wearer that gets the boost. It covers a 60-foot range around whoever's wearing the Bolo Y tie.
Okay, that's not only pretty, it's functional.
Absolutely. And maybe they're working on other products like the bow tie GPS system or the cummerbund that also prints and faxes. We don't know, but we do know the Bolo Y tie will be available for only $49.99. But are you ready for product number 3?
Okay.
It is a cryptocurrency from Plan B Entertainment. It's another celebrity-related product. Americans invested $18 billion in cybercurrency in 2018. And there is a celebrity that's hoping that the fluctuation of the value isn't that much because his name is connected to it. So forget Bitcoins. These are Brad Pitt coins.
Ooh.
They're hoping that millennials' obsession with celebrities will get them to invest and spend big. How about we all invest $1,000 Pitt coins?
Okay, so to summarize,
yes,
we have one is the Kardashian empire continues.
Push.com.
I still can't get over the unicorn passing gas.
That's all I see now. Thanks, Andrew.
Bolo Y tie is number 2.
Okay.
And number 3 is the Brad Pitt coins.
Okay. All right.
Easy. Bolo tie.
Bolo Y tie.
Okay, so is that your final answer?
The third one was no, I'm going with Pitt coins.
Okay.
I'm going with Pitt coins.
Okay, he changed within like a couple of seconds.
It's fair. We'll take it.
So we'll take it.
All right, judges?
Manny is such a smart guy, not smart enough. That is completely wrong.
It's not real.
Kourtney Kardashian is teasing her new brand, Poosh, which already has 2.3 million followers on Instagram, even though no one knows what it is.
Push.com.
That's the real one?
That's the real product.
I thought I was going with what wasn't real.
She launched
Oh, you are so full of it.
She launched the website with just a picture of her naked, sitting on top of a cabinet, holding a computer. It already has millions of Instagram followers.
I have an idea.
That's all you gotta do.
Okay, we don't have a lot of Instagram followers.
No.
Okay.
Oh, God.
So what I'd like you to do, Andrew, this weekend, family fun activity.
Sure.
Get naked.
Okay.
Sit on your kitchen cabinet.
Check.
Hold a laptop.
Got it.
And have your wife take a picture.
Can I hold a laptop, an iPad, and a cell phone?
Okay, Manny, this weekend.
Okay, I got you. I'll bring the camera.
You didn't win, Manny.
All right.
What do I get when I lose? Anything?
No.
To go back to work.
Okay.
Get on the camera.
You get to still
Later,
work
guys.
here.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Okay. That was a good one.
I'm glad you got it right away. It was right off the bat. You were in sync with me.
Hey, you know what? I got it.
I'll show you the scripts early next time.
AI technology is popping up everywhere. But what if I told you the next time you interview for a job, it might not be the president of the company that hires you? I'll explain next here on Komando.
Be a caller on the Kim Komando Show. Call 1-888-825-5254.
Let's start here with Facebook. Scandal after scandal, privacy outcries, and talks of regulation. And now they're going after your face. That's right. Facebook is developing the next step in the future of data mining. I meant communication, using new VR initiatives. And it's more than just a little creepy. Think VR avatars that look like you and could be used when you want to chat with someone. Okay, it's not that bad of an idea when you think about it. I mean, how many times have you looked down at your phone and thought to yourself, oh, wait, I don't want to FaceTime them. Now you can have your avatar do it for you. This 3D avatar is your exact face in perfect details, looks like you, sounds like you, and even moves exactly like you. To get your fake face just right, it uses 180 cameras and 500 lights. And you want to talk data collection? Try 180 gigs per second, a gig for each camera every single second. The only problem is that by the time everyone finally wises up to Facebook, they'll already be able to replicate the shocked look on your face before you even make it. And speaking of robotic faces, I have to admit that I did not see this one coming to the workplace. Have you ever walked into a job interview only to get the feeling that they've already made the decision about you before they've even asked you any questions? Well, in the not-so-distant future, a robot could be one of the deciding factors whether or not you move on in the hiring process. You see, recruiters at a company in Sweden are training an AI-powered robot called Tangai. It talks, it smiles, and is supposed to judge you on only your capabilities, leaving every other factor and any potential bias just out of it. And it's all business, no chit-chat, no variation, the same questions in the same order for every single job candidate. Now, if you can get over the fact that this interview is with a head on a pedestal, maybe it won't be so weird. But I'll never forget the question I was asked by a recruiter at AT&T many years ago. Think about this. If you were late for a sales presentation, the biggest deal in your life, and you hit a dog with your car, and now the dog is on the side of the road, would you stop and help the dog knowing that you'd be late for the presentation and lose the deal? Well, I remember telling that recruiter, well, I know what you would want me to say. Just leave the dog hurt on the side of the road. And he shook his head. He said, yes, that's it. But I told him, I could never do that. So the recruiter said he would mark me down as leaving the dog so that this way I would get the deal. I did get the job, but maybe having some AI robot asking the questions wouldn't be so bad after all. Now, while we're on the topic of jobs, have you ever looked around the food court at the mall and thought to yourself, yeah, I'd get in his plane and let him fly me across the country? I never have either. Well, a guy by the name of Rudd Davis told Forbes he wants to make flying private as affordable as driving. So he spent the last few years on a startup that he's calling Blackbird. Think of it as an Uber, but instead of hopping in someone's minivan, you're on their private plane. Here's how it would work. Join a flight or create your own. Blackbird would connect you with pilots of private planes. You then charter a plane by picking a pilot from their pre-approved list, or you could buy extra seats on one that already has an existing flight plan to catch a ride to your destination. Now, Davis, who also happens to be a former executive at USA Today and Groupon, wants flying to become your new go-to for trips from 50 miles to 500. Blackbird said that they raised $10 million from a venture capital firm in California. It looks like people are getting on board with his plan. I can think of other ways, though, I'd rather die. And finally, how about some new tech to help you swipe to your heart's delight? This time, it's based on your palate. Finally, it's here. We're talking about Refrigerating, Samsung's very own dating app centered around the stuff in your fridge. And let me tell you, if you've ever wished a major appliance could help you out with your love life, well, you're in luck. The dating app syncs up with Samsung's high-end Family Hub refrigerator that has a touchscreen built right into the door. The expensive fridge was originally meant for things like keeping track of your family schedule, while a camera pointed at the inside lets you know when it's time to restock certain groceries. Now, through this refrigerator Tinder-like app, you can swipe through pictures of other people's refrigerators to see if their choice in beer or moldy vegetables might lead to your soulmate. Now, you don't necessarily need a $4,000 fridge to join in on the food fun. You can also use the camera on your plain old smartphone to take a photo to share if you'd rather be judged that way. As they say, you are what you eat, and this time, what you keep in your fridge. All right, spoiler alert, expired milk or coconut water. And you better choose wisely because it could be a deal breaker. It might leave you in the cold. All right, what were you doing when you were 13 years old? We'll speak with a young teen who started her own online candy company out of her kitchen, and you won't believe how much money she's making. Next, here on Komando.
Discover your next favorite podcast at podnet.com. Join Kim Komando as she shares compelling insight, humor, and her own personal opinion on what's happening in the ever-growing digital world.
If a dirty CPAP is making you sick, you're not alone.
I was getting sinus infections because I wasn't cleaning my CPAP properly, and that continued until I got my SoClean.
SoClean is the world's first automated CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. It kills 99.9% of all CPAP germs and bacteria that can build up in your mask, hose, and reservoir.
I don't have to push a button or anything. I just put the mask in the chamber, close the lid, and it runs automatically. SoClean is has been a lifesaver.
SoClean works on all popular CPAP machines and masks. Try it risk-free for 30 days. Even shipping is free. Call 1-800-561-3235 to take advantage of this limited time offer.
I would recommend the SoClean machine to anyone else. It is that good of a machine and has made that big a difference in my life.
Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. Even shipping is free. Call 1-800-561-3235 or go to SoClean.com.
Welcome to New York.
Welcome to Las Vegas.
Welcome to Paris. Welcome to your paradise.
Business or pleasure, One Flight International is connecting the world with Book a Jet, the badge. When time matters, just badge it. Simply enter your itinerary, select from over 4,000 private planes, browse interior photos, select, and pay. Whether you're traveling alone or with business associates or a romantic getaway, badge it on a luxurious private jet. What's your time worth? Badge it.
You need to hire great people. We make it possible. Indeed works to simplify your hiring process. We give you access to a large pool of talent and provide tools that help you filter candidates for the specific skills and experience you're looking for. It's no wonder more than 3 million businesses worldwide use Indeed for hiring. Make your job stand out to the right talent with a $50 credit to upgrade your first posting at Indeed.com/TV1.
The phone lines are open. 1-888-825-5254 is the way to join us. And as always, we have our incredibly talented and handsome, and it looks like we did wardrobe planning today, Andrew Babinski and the Kim Komando Show.
We're both wearing red.
I know, it's a power color. Do you see what I'm wearing?
You're wearing your Apple Watch?
Yes.
I gave mine to my wife.
Did you? Why?
I did, because I stopped using it.
Why did you stop using it?
Because I never looked at it. If it would ring because I was getting a text message, I would ignore it. I wasn't even using it for podcasts anymore.
But you loved the watch. I mean, you loved looking down. You saw pictures of your kids.
I did, and I just stopped. It's out of my work bag for 6 straight days. I never took it out. And my wife said, "You're not wearing your watch." And I told her I wasn't wearing it. She's like, "Well, I'm taking it." And I went, "Okay, all right, go ahead."
Okay, well, it was a big night at the Kim Komando Show Radio Ranch last night.
Why is that?
Because I did an ECG with my Apple Watch.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. And so I've never known how to read an ECG.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Or EKG, whatever you want to call it. And so we're sitting there at dinner. And
Are
I'm
you
like,
dead? Did it tell you were dead?
No, it didn't. And
it's not like WebMD?
No. You anything that you go to WebMD, you are going to die. Right. You have dengue fever. It doesn't matter. You're going to be dead. Okay, so we're sitting there after dinner. And Ian's already gone out. So Barry and I are sitting right there. And I said, I did an ECG with my watch today. It was actually kind of a thing, but I'm not really sure. So Barry's like, oh, so he pulled it out for him. Okay. And so Barry looks at my EKG. He knows how to read that stuff. Of course he does. So he looks at it and goes, oh, man, you got a really strong heart. Look at that.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was going to be the opposite.
Yeah, so then we had to do his.
Oh, no.
It was bad.
Oh, no.
He would be the worst person in the entire world to give an Apple Watch to.
He would be checking it every 2 minutes.
Well, actually, it's more than that. We did about 8 EKGs in about 4 minutes.
No.
Yeah, we have to get it, and it takes 30 seconds. Then we have to read it, and then we have to look at it.
Do it again.
Okay. Then he didn't like that result, so we had to do it again.
Right.
Then we had to do it again, and we had to do it again.
You sparked a fight in my family.
Why?
The article you put online about cancer and cell phones.
Yes.
And people just fight. I knew it. I knew the cell phones cause cancer. And then, no, they don't. We're surrounded by radio waves all the time. Way to go. You want to know how my week was? Way to go.
Are you still? I would not sleep with AirPods in.
I do every night.
Okay, I'm telling you, I wouldn't. Don't be doing it.
You're coming over to my sister's house and you're settling this debate, okay?
Exactly. All right, so I'm looking at our phone calls.
Yes.
Okay, and I do see a young gal. I read a great article about her online.
Yes, and our producers did a great job tracking her down.
Okay, and because I love success stories. I do.
She's a super success.
Okay, what did you do when you were 13?
I was in the 8th grade.
Yes.
Played a little basketball after school. I was sat in the corner, was a wallflower, afraid of girls. I definitely didn't have $1 million business.
Okay, so you were just
such a failure.
Okay, just a loser. I mean, just
insane.
A loser.
Why would you bring her on to ruin my weekend?
So this way, maybe she will be an inspiration to you, Andrew.
All right, fine.
You can accomplish something in your life. I mean, not that this isn't something. I mean, this is big.
It's not this big.
No, it's not this big at all. So welcome, Alana. Welcome.
Hi, great to be here.
Okay, so so we just kind of previewed just a little bit. We gave people just a snippet of you created your very own candy company. And so tell us a little bit about it.
So I'm the CEO of a company called Zollipops. It's an all-natural, sugar-free lollipop that actually cleans your teeth. So it has xylitol and erythritol in it, which naturally raise the pH in your mouth, neutralize the acid, and actually strengthen your tooth enamel. So it takes away the bacteria that causes cavities and tooth decay to grow. Okay, so anybody who's listening right now, if you're a teenager or a preteen, I mean, if you're not doing what Alana's doing, this is crazy. So how did this come up? I understand from the article that you asked your dad about lollipops. You guys were at the bank or something? Yeah, so when I was 7 years old, I went to the bank with my dad, and the bank teller offered me a lollipop. And my dad told me that I shouldn't have candy because sugar is terrible for your teeth. So I asked him, well, why can't we make a healthy lollipop that's good for my teeth so that I kept candy and it wouldn't be bad for me? Then after about 2 years of research and plant trials, we finally created Zollipops.
Now, I understand that you went to YouTube first.
Yes.
And so what did you find on YouTube?
Yeah, so during my research, I came to the conclusion that if I created a hard candy, it would give the magic teeth cleaning ingredients more time to work their magic in your mouth. So I decided that, okay, well, I'm going to start off with a hard candy, but I didn't decide on what yet. So I did some research. I looked around, and I found some polls that said that lollipops were actually the #1 most preferred candy.
That's really smart, Alina. That's really smart. So what are your sales going? What were your sales last year?
Okay, so basically last year we did about $6 million at retail, which comes out to be about $2 million.
Of course, after cost of goods sold and marketing and things like that. And but still, those are really good profit margins, Alina. That's really amazing.
Thank you so much.
I'm so proud of you. Now, you have your lollipops in Walmart and other places?
Yeah, so we currently sell in Whole Foods, Amazon.com, Kroger, Walmart stores, and we most recently got into Target, which was huge for us. And we also sell in specialty retailers like Dylan's Candy Bar, Ralph's on the West Coast.
And so, Alina, I take it that, do you have a boyfriend?
No.
Okay, good. Just a little word for the wise is that when you do get that boyfriend, here's what we want you to do. It's called a prenuptial agreement, just a prenuptial agreement. Make sure that we have everything all signed, sealed, and delivered. Alina, thanks for sharing your success story. We'll put a link to your company over at our website at komando.com. Back to the phones we go with Dave in Pensacola, Florida. Hi there, Dave.
Hey there. How are you there?
I'm good. What's going on?
I've got a question for you, Kim. I'm kind of the black sheep of the family. I've got an Android.
Oh, God. Are we? Oh, my God. We're talking to you? Oh.
I know. I hope you talk to me. Don't cut me off.
I'm teasing you.
My wife uses an iPhone. My children use iPhones. My grandchildren use iPhones. We're a pretty close family. We like to know where we are from time to time. The iPhone users are using a friend locator called Find My Friends.
Right.
And it works well iPhone to iPhone. Now, I can't use that with the Android. We can't communicate back and forth like that in terms of location. How do we resolve that issue of crossing the platforms?
There are some different apps. Unfortunately, because you're on Android, as you know, you cannot use Find My Friends, right?
Right.
An app that you might want to use is called Glimpse. And Glimpse is okay, all right? But let me tell you, it doesn't really give you the real-time notifications. But because there's no app to install, is that you just open up a web browser and you can see where everybody's located. It's not a big deal for everybody to sign up. Okay, so, if anybody says, oh, God, Grandpa, you want me to do that? Just say, hey, listen, I talked to Kim Komando. It'll take you 2 minutes, and I'm worth it, right? I mean,
Right, of course.
Now, if you want to get something a little bit more robust, okay, and you want to know where your wife is at any given moment, you want to get more detailed than just she's in the general vicinity of the Walmart. And then you have to sign in to see that. There's a really terrific subscription-based service called Live 360. And Live...
that is a paid prescription, right?
It is a subscription-based. It's $5 a month. It's $5 a month. It's so funny because, people go to Starbucks and they spend $12, but all of a sudden you say it's $5 a month. They go, oh, I don't want to pay that. You're like, okay, well, let's get our priorities together. But with Live 360, there's a lot of things that you can do. As I mentioned, is that, all the details. You can also look up somebody's route that they took. You can share information on individual people in a circle that you will save. Now, you have to send out invitations to everybody that you'd like to participate in there. But it's it's free, but everything that you wanted to do, they always get you with the free version, that. But then as you start using it, they're like, oh, well, to do that. And so for you to get the premium version, it's only $5 a month. But it works on iOS and Android. Ever miss an important email because it was marked as spam? Well, I know the secret to make that annoyance just stop for good here on Komando.
Be a caller on the Kim Komando Show. Call 1-888-825-5254.
Like many other companies, we create a lot of data, and all that data needs to be stored somewhere safe. It was starting to get pretty expensive, and then we discovered Wasabi Hot Cloud Storage. It's so affordable, it blows away all other forms of cloud storage. Less than just the annual maintenance cost of on-site storage. Wasabi is at least 80% less expensive than Amazon S3, with no charges for API requests. Wasabi's lightning fast. On average, it's 6 times faster than Amazon S3. When we need to retrieve a show from storage, it's almost instant. Unlike other companies, they don't charge me to get my own data. We don't have to guess what we'll be spending on storage each year. Because it's so fast and cheap, they have just one tier of service. Compare that to Amazon's S3, which you need a PhD in cloud storage to figure out what tiers to use and when. Wasabi's been a game changer for us. You can learn more and even try it for free at wasabi.com.
Attention diabetics. If you or a loved one took Invokana, Jardiance, or any other SGL2 inhibitor drug and were later diagnosed with Fournier's gangrene of the genitals, call right now. You may be owed significant compensation from the manufacturer. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. Call right now.
Call 800-664-4540. That's 800-664-4540.
If a dirty CPAP is making you sick, you're not alone.
I was getting sinus infections because I wasn't cleaning my CPAP properly. And that continued until I got my SoClean.
SoClean is the world's first automated CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. It kills 99.9% of all CPAP germs and bacteria that can build up in your mask, hose, and reservoir.
I don't have to push a button or anything. I just put the mask in the chamber, close the lid, and it runs automatically. SoClean has been a lifesaver.
SoClean works on all popular CPAP machines and masks. Try it risk-free for 30 days. Even shipping is free. Call 1-800-561-3235 to take advantage of this limited time offer.
I would recommend the SoClean machine to anyone else. It is that good of a machine. It has made that big a difference in my life.
Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. Even shipping is free. Call 1-800-561-3235 or go to SoClean.com.
All right, this week's digital life hacks tip is one that you're going to love me for. You're going to thank me for because it's happened to me. I'm sure it's happened to you. That suddenly, when you start looking at your email, you're like, I didn't get that email from my attorney. I didn't get my email from that accountant. Wait, my business associate, I didn't get that email. Then suddenly, lo and behold, you think, I ought to check my junk or spam folder. And there it is, the most important email that you were looking for. So here are some ways to make sure that annoyance never happens to you. First of all, there's something called email whitelisting. We're going to tell you how you can set your email so that when a particular address is seen, it automatically goes into a particular folder.
Of course, we're going to tell you how to do that in the most important programs like Gmail and Apple Mail and Yahoo and Outlook or Windows Mail. And also, if you're still on America Online, we'll give you those step-by-steps too. And because this is a national radio and television show, I cannot go through the step-by-steps. It'd be painful to hear or to watch this on the air. So for your convenience and for the happiness of all of our viewers and listeners, just head over to komando.com. That's komando.com. And once you're there, hit that Show Picks button right on the homepage.
Here at the Kim Komando Show, we have a lot of data that needs to be stored. We use Wasabi Hot Cloud Storage. When most enterprises think of cloud storage, they think of companies like Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. This is a costly mistake. Yes, companies like Microsoft and Amazon, they've been doing it for a long time. But that's exactly the problem. Their technology is last generation. Wasabi is next generation cloud storage that's 80% cheaper and up to 6 times faster than the better-known brands. Unlike Amazon, Google, and Microsoft, data storage is all Wasabi does, and they are experts in it. It's their passion. They truly understand the needs of enterprise. So they don't have things like egress fees. Companies don't know at the start of the year how much they're going to need to access their storage. So if they're getting charged to get their data back, it makes it impossible to budget. So Wasabi just doesn't have those fees. You can learn more and even try it for free at wasabi.com. That's wasabi.com.
As I mentioned before, you have cheaper cables and chargers, right? So you head over to Amazon.com and you type in exactly what you're looking for. And these cables come up, these chargers come up. Some are $10, some are $100, some are maybe over $200. And you're thinking, is that HDMI cable really worth it? Is my picture going to be that much better? Well, in this week's Money Tip, we're going to save you some bucks by telling you about the cheaper cables and chargers that are worth the money. For Android, you want to make sure that any charger that you use is compliant with the USB-C specifications. This is important. It will prevent the device from drawing too much power from a computer's USB port when charging. Now, for chargers you can trust on Apple, you want to make sure that it's a premium Lightning to USB cable. We're talking about an Apple M5 certified Lightning to USB cable. Extra long cable for perfect reach. Amazon Basics is a good brand to look at, as well as it's another brand, TNSO. You don't need to worry about writing any of this down. We have them detailed for you, as well as the links that you need over at komando.com. And now back to your Android, the Amazon Basics cable. You also want to extend your reach with a cable from Belkin. They've been around a really long time. And also the BrexLink USB Type-C to USB Type-A. It's nylon branded. And those are also really good cables because they're durable and they're also fast charging. And when you start buying your chargers and your cables, start looking around for the 2-packs or the 6-packs. And now you're sitting there going, well, I only need one. You start thinking about it. I need a charger for my bathroom. I need one for my nightstand. One in the kitchen would be nice. You get the drift. Anyway, for all the links that you need, look no further than the official Kim Komando Show homepage. That's komando.com. And once you're there, hit that Show Picks button right on the homepage.
Stand by control. Hey.
All right, deer antlers and a full-size mannequin? No, these are not two things that you need to reverse a curse. One major company released their list of commonly lost items. You're not going to believe that. That's coming up next here on Komando.
Fade to black.
If a dirty CPAP is making you sick, you're not alone.
I was getting sinus infections because I wasn't cleaning my CPAP properly. And that continued until I got my So Clean.
So Clean is the world's first automated CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. It kills 99.9% of all CPAP germs and bacteria that can build up in your mask, hose, and reservoir.
I don't have to push a button or anything. I just put the mask in the chamber, close the lid, and it runs automatically. So Clean has been a lifesaver.
So Clean works on all popular CPAP machines and masks. Try it risk-free for 30 days. Even shipping is free. Call 1-800-561-3235 to take advantage of this limited time offer.
I would recommend the So Clean machine to anyone else. It is that good of a machine. It has made that big a difference in my life.
Try So Clean risk-free for 30 days. Even shipping is free. Call 1-800-561-3235 or go to SoClean.com.
If you or a loved one were exposed to Roundup weed killer and were later diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. Glyphosate, the primary ingredient in Roundup weed killer, was recently designated a probable human carcinogen by the World Health Organization. Call right now.
Call 800-866-0053. That's 800-866-0053.
Uber's out with their annual Lost and Found report that details commonly lost items. But it's the strangest things on that report that people leave in an Uber that totally grab my attention. And before I get to all that, just remember, if you ever leave something in an Uber, just open the app, select the trip, and choose I lost an item. Make sure what you left is totally worth it, though, because it's going to cost you at least $15 to get it back. So back to their report, Uber found people are most likely to forget watches on a Monday, headphones on a Tuesday, laptops for some reason on a Wednesday, books on a Thursday, passports on a Friday, phones on a Saturday, and cakes on a Sunday. But get this, someone left a full set of 18-karat gold teeth in the back of an Uber while someone else lost the head of a salmon, deer antlers, a bird, a full-size mannequin, and an 8-week gold chihuahua never made it home too. So just a little PSA, check that Uber before you get out of it. And be sure to keep your digital know-how going. Find your local radio station that broadcasts my show, along with more DIY tips, videos, podcasts, and our free ebooks, all on our website. That's komando.com. And thanks for watching.